Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I have another pick a card reading for you today. We will be looking at how your person feels about you at this specific moment in time when you're viewing this message. So I have laid the piles out into 3 different piles, and I have from left to right here pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. So I'll give you a minute. Go ahead and pick your pile and we'll get into the reading. Let's go ahead and start with pile number 1. So I'll move these 2 over. So pile number 1, here is your reading. Let's take a look at your cards. All right, so we have the Page of Pentacles. I'll do my best so you can see these without a glare. We have the Page of Pentacles. We have the Temperance card. And the Ace of Pentacles, and that's for your tarot cards. And then we do have from the Hidden Truth Oracle, I Can't Stop Thinking About You. And from the Romance Angel cards, Trust. And this says, this situation is calling for you to have faith. Oops, I'm not sure if you can see that. All right, so those are your cards. So pile number 1, how is your person feeling about you? So definitely I see that they have, they are being really patient right now. Even though they have a feeling like they just nonstop want to talk to you, get to know you. They probably ask you a ton of questions right now. I can't stop thinking about you. Wow, you are on their mind a lot. They're trying to do their best to be patient. We have the Temperance card here in the middle. So they're trying not to act too overly excited about this connection, but they just really are excited to be to have found you. They feel like you are you're everything that they've been asking for. You're basically a gift that's been granted from the heavens. And we have the hand here with this Ace of Pentacles here. Essentially this was their dream come true. This is their new beginning, start of something that they've always wanted for themselves. And I'm just looking, and I know you can't see that very well, but so we have Trust here, and at the very bottom it reads, the situation is calling for you to have faith. So they have faith that this is going to go somewhere. Maybe they feel that you're kind of just so about the connection, but they're just trusting that this is right, that you're the one, that everything's going to work out. It's funny because I see this little Cupid angel guy here, and he's watching the couple get together, but I think this person is trying to have faith right now that everything's going to fall together, all the pieces are going to fall into place, and that you are going to accept them wholeheartedly into your life. So I think that they are just so excited about your connection and the opportunity to get to know you, and they see it as a gift. You know, this is what they've been waiting for, so they're trying to bide their time right now, trying to be patient, not to rush things, maybe not even to scare you, because sometimes when somebody comes at us a little too eager and a little too hastily, it somewhat tends to make us want to back off a little. So I think that they're trying to bide their time. They're trying to take things one step at a time, but they really have you on their mind a lot. So they cannot stop thinking about you and your connection right now. So that's what we have for pile number 1. Let's go ahead and get into pile number 2. And I'll move these over. I do kind of notice that the cards, they weren't like in the optimal viewing range, but okay, so we have pile number 2 here, and we'll start with your tarot cards. How's your person feeling about you, pile number 2? We have the 5 of Swords. We have the Page of Wands. We have the Ace of Cups. I hate that glare. It's like right in the worst spot. And for your, from the Hidden Truth Oracle, you were, oh, there's a glare. You were the best thing in my life. And your Romance Angel card, I know you can't see that. These lights are horrible. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So those are the cards that I have for you. And let's go ahead and get into reading for pile number 2. How does your person feel about you? So right away, I was called to this 5 of Swords. I hate this card. It really is just one of there almost is no upside to this card. So there's definitely negativity here. Most often, I see this card when somebody's feeling defeated, like this person here is walking away in the background and they just feel like, oh, nothing I do is ever, right. And we have this person here like, ha ha ha, I won this battle. So sometimes this card comes up when we're talking about arguments, just some really mean words that might have been said in the heat of the moment, something that hurt deeply, left its wounds. So I do see that card as having that negativity, which happens in all of our relationships, unfortunately, for the most part. We just have those moments. We're human and we're not perfect. It is also a card of change, it being a number 5 card. So it is a unwelcome change, a shakeup, as you will. And then we have the Page of Wands here, so it makes me feel like there might have been a new beginning of some sort, or some type of message from you, some type of spark that happened, or maybe even just they came to a realization. Maybe they did decide to go their own way. The Page of Wands sometimes I do see as having started down a new path. So maybe they felt like they were done with this relationship, or maybe you guys just had your arguments. So I kind of see it 2 different ways. Maybe you guys went your separate ways. We have one person here going this way, and this person is happy that he's won the argument. And then we have possibly a new beginning here, or some type of a new direction happening. So either you guys both went your both separate ways, or you decided to kind of get past these issues that were in the past, and head towards this Ace of Cups, new beginnings. So new emotional beginnings. And I do see this both ways. Either you both decided to head together down a certain path, or you both went your own direction and started your own separate paths, but did start some type of a new beginning here. And something that, a direction that you felt both passionate and emotional about. So they felt like they made this choice. They did realize, though, that you were the best thing in my life. And I like the verbiage here, makes it sound like it's kind of something that was done and over with, the both of you. So you were the best thing in my life. I'm sorry if you can't see that. So maybe you both did go your separate ways. You had some tumultuous past here, and then you both decided to go and head down a new direction and start your own new beginnings. But they did, at the end of things, realize that you were the best thing in their life. And worth waiting for here with divine timing is at work in your love life. You know, maybe they realize that, or maybe they're hopeful that they can come back to you, but possibly they know that now that you both have had this tumultuous past, that things are now more up to the universe, and maybe they're hopeful that you guys can restart your connection, and they're willing to wait for that to happen, seeing as you were a very important person to them, with profound impacts. So I think that they feel like you both will be together again. I feel that they think you guys can have a new beginning. Maybe you've already started new beginnings with in a different direction, but they feel like they want it back with you. They want to rekindle the connection. So I think that they are willing to wait for the right time to do this, seeing as you are an important person to them. So, and maybe it was something small. Maybe it was just a small argument that happened, and somebody made that first contact to smooth things over, to start over, to maybe get all the negative emotions out of it and start working in a more positive direction. But they are, or do feel like you are a very important person to them, and they feel like this connection is worth it. So there are a couple ways, different ways that I'm seeing this particular reading play out, but they do feel that you are a very special person in their life, somebody that they have a profound emotional attachment to, and somebody that they feel is worth waiting for. So, all right, so that is the message that I have for reading number 2. Let's go ahead and move on to reading number 3. So we have here reading number 3, and how does your person feel about you? We have the 2 of Swords, the Ace of Swords, the Fool, and for your Hidden Truth Oracle card, you have It's Time for Me to Heal Now. And the Romance Angel card is Codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. All right. So how does your person feel about you? I feel like they have very, very recently, or even in the present moment, feel like they've gained some clarity. They've gained some clarity about your relationship. They've gained, I think, some wisdom about where your relationship was. And it seems like for a long time, perhaps, or for a while, they kind of were in a spot, in a place where they were not wanting to change anything. Something happened and they gained the clarity that they needed. And I think that they've decided that they needed to start something new. They needed to start over, or perhaps they did something foolish. Sometimes the fool there can mean that they did just something just completely foolish, possibly after some type of truth came out. So for a while there was stagnation, and then they had this clarity and insight, and then we either have a new beginning or something that just was completely foolish on their part. It's time for me to heal now. So this kind of does, it coincides with the clarity that happened, something that the situation, it seemed, was something that they kind of stood at a standstill for a while and just didn't want to make a decision, or knew that they had to make a decision, but just kind of stayed in a stuck type of energy for a little bit. And we have the codependency card here, so they may be feeling that there's some type of codependency happening in your relationship, or had happened in your relationship, depending if you're still together with this person or not. But they may feel like there's some issues here. Codependency for me sometimes is, it often is like an addiction of some sort. Either you're addicted to a person, you're addicted to a substance or a circumstance, or you can be codependent within a toxic relationship, not wanting to let the person go, even though they may not be the most healthiest of people for you. And sometimes I do, with the codependency card and the Fool, sometimes it's, I feel like it's just somebody that just haphazardly does things. I'm thinking of somebody in my past, but just foolish behavior in this maybe toxicity surrounding foolishness. I'm thinking of maybe like substance abuse, and maybe drinking too much is sometimes an issue within relationships. And I don't know whether this is you or them. I was reading it for their feelings, but the energies could be vice versa here. It's time for me to heal now. Somebody feels like there needs to be some healing here. So whether that's you or it's them, or maybe they even do recognize that, you need some space for healing, because they realize that there was some toxic behaviors going on in a relationship. So maybe they've had that time to look at the situation and realize that things need to change in order for you both to move forward. So there might be a decision up ahead for you both, or maybe you both have already made that decision to go your separate ways, having gained this clarity. But I feel like this is a decision that will need to be made soon if it hasn't been made already. So lots of time needed for healing here, I feel. And yep, those are the messages that I got for pile number 3. And that concludes the reading for today. I thank you guys so much for joining me, and I hope you'll join me again for another pick a card reading. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe.